Ever wondered why the chicken crossed the road? It was probably looking for a mate. Yes, even our feathered friends are in on this game we call the Circle of Life. And the name of the game? Reproduction. It's what keeps the world turning, the flowers blooming, and the animals, well, animaling. Reproduction is the way animals create new life, ensuring the survival of their species. But did you know that there are two main types of reproduction? There's sexual reproduction, where two parents are involved, and asexual reproduction, where one parent can do all the work. Now here's a fun fact to tickle your fancy. Komodo dragons, those big scary lizards, can reproduce both ways. Yeah, you heard right. They can do it solo through a process called parthenogenesis. Talk about being self-sufficient. So next time you see a chicken crossing the road, remember, it's not a joke, it's science. When it comes to animal reproduction, it's not all about the birds and the bees, but they sure do make a good starting point. You see, these creatures have some pretty fascinating mating rituals. Take the queen bee, for instance. She embarks on a single, spectacular mating flight, collecting enough sperm from the male drones to last her entire lifetime. Talk about efficiency. Now, let's flit over to our feathered friends. Birds often engage in elaborate courtship dances. Some even construct intricate decorative nests to woo their mates. It's like their version of a romantic dinner date, but with more twigs. And of course, we can't forget about egg fertilization and incubation. Birds and bees lay eggs, which are then carefully incubated until they're ready to hatch into the next generation of chirpy chicks or buzzing bees. So when someone asks you about the birds and the bees, you can confidently say, which species are we talking about exactly? From a kangaroo's pouch to a seahorse's belly, the animal kingdom is full of surprises when it comes to giving birth. Let's take a hop into the land down under. Did you know that when a baby kangaroo or joey is born, it's only about 1 inch long? That's about the size of a grape. Despite its petite size, this tiny marsupial must make the grand journey into its mother's pouch all on its own, where it will continue to grow and develop. Now let's dive into the ocean, where the male seahorse is the one who carries and gives birth to the babies. That's right, you heard it. The seahorse is the only animal species where the males become pregnant and give birth. When it's time, the male seahorse can release anywhere from 5 to 1,000 baby seahorses at once. Transitioning from water to land, many mammals give live birth. Unlike their egg-laying counterparts, these animals carry their young internally until they are developed enough to survive in the outside world. Elephants, for instance, have the longest gestation period of any mammal, carrying their babies for nearly 2 years before giving birth. As you can see, the miracle of birth is as diverse as the animal kingdom itself. From marsupials to seahorses to mammals, each species has its unique way of bringing new life into the world. And the number of offspring? It can range from 1 to 1,000. Remember, in the animal kingdom, it's not just the stork that delivers the babies. We've talked about animal courtship, mating, and birth, but what happens next? Well, it's not always a Disney ending. In the animal kingdom, parenthood is a wildly diverse job. Take sea turtles, for instance. After laying their eggs on the beach, mother turtles swim off never to see their offspring. Those little turtles are left to hatch and make the perilous journey to the ocean all on their own. Talk about tough love. On the flip side, we have the emperor penguins of Antarctica. These dedicated parents take turns incubating their single precious egg in the harshest conditions on Earth. The father balances the egg on his feet for over 2 months without eating, while the mother travels dozens of miles to fetch food. Now that's a committed parent. But who holds the record for longest parental care? Drumroll please, it's the orangutan. Mother orangutans care for their offspring for a whopping 7 to 8 years. In contrast, the shortest parental care period goes to the gall midge, a tiny insect that leaves its eggs just a few minutes after laying them. So, in the vast tapestry of nature, parenthood varies greatly. Some animals are hands-off, while others go to extraordinary lengths for their young. It's a fascinating reminder of the incredible diversity of life on our planet. So, the next time someone tells you they work as hard as an animal, ask them, are you a sea turtle or an emperor penguin? So, we've taken a wild ride through the world of animal reproduction. And what a journey it's been! We've explored the essential role reproduction plays in the circle of life. From the birds and the bees to the lions and the elephants, we delved into the intricate processes of both sexual and asexual reproduction, the magic of mating and giving birth, and the varying degrees of parental care across the animal kingdom. So, the next time you see animals in the wild, remember it's not just survival of the fittest, it's also survival of the fittest parents.